It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On third down, he drops to throw. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they can't make the connection.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Paul. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He breaks a tackle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Moses. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
It's a really nice job making the play. You think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years, but a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Moses. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Kane. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Up-tempo for the offense. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Paul. On the move at the 30. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll leave it with him. Lights off the defender.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Got the back over the middle. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's space, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. power football with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Southern Miss. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a first and goal. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In a sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16.
Great job by pass defense down here with their backs against the wall. They're doing a good job really constricting these windows for the quarterback to throw into and getting pressure on the QB, making them pay every time they drop the quarterback back to throw.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Touchdown, Longhorns! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to buy time. They get to him as he throws. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference. And now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. And we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. We're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Intercepted to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1,
and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions in the first half of this game. He's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. A run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
It it's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. To the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Clinton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. He might want another play. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll give it to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Catch in the middle, it's McCaffrey. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Making side adjustments here. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Snapped it in the shotgun. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Past the 50. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Caught. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Now improvising. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Clinton. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by just 2 over Northern Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
From the gun. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Back to pass on second down. He's got his man. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's looking to throw on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Might be changing the route. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him move outside. You see him move in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught near the sticks. It's Moses. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Starting to feel a little pressure. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Sooners want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Clinton. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Just threw that one way too far.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball. They forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Touchdown Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Going to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Paul. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Now he's looking into the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he throws another interception. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David. Breaks into the open. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
The throw. That's caught. It's Clinton.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just threw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
And the Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 9 over Northern Illinois. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Moses. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That will put the wrap on things from here for David.